Hi everyone! The first time I ever tasted Baba GANOUSH, I fell in love with it immediately. It has that beautiful smoky eggplant flavor, along with that lemon and tahini and garlic. I even like it better than hummus. But then when I went to the grocery store and saw that it was going to cost so much money for just a half a pint, I decided to start making it for myself. I paid $2.19 for 3 pounds of eggplant today. So the cost comes in pretty low, and you get even more in this recipe than you would at the store. You'll find the ingredients listed below in the description box, and you'll find the full recipe at Diane's World Cooking on Facebook. Thanks for watching. I'm using 2 Italian eggplants and try and make sure that they're in really good shape. So you're going to want to cut them in half, and before I do that, I want to cut the end off here. Now I'm going to oven roast these, but they're really good if you grill them and get them smoky in flavor. And if you were to do that, you're going to do the same process of cutting them in half, scoring them, painting them with olive oil, and then flip them onto the grill. I'm going to oven roast them, and they come out great this way too. So cut your eggplant directly in half. And a sure sign is when you open up your eggplant and it's pretty clear, it doesn't have any funny business going on, bruises. These do have seeds, of course, and that's just how they are. I'm going to put that aside, and I'm going to do the next one.
Now you'll place your eggplant flesh side up, skin side down on a cookie sheet. I'm going to score the eggplant, cutting in about 1 inch deep, and I'm going to crisscross that. This will help the olive oil we're going to paint on it get into the grooves, and it will give it more flavor and it will cook faster. Give the eggplant a good painting with some extra virgin olive oil. Eggplant tends to suck up olive oil, so you want to really just paint it once and get it over with, or it'll just keep soaking in. And this will be just enough. When you're finished with the olive oil, give it all a sprinkle with some kosher or sea salt. This will give it great flavor and also get some of that moisture out of there. I baked the eggplant at 400 degrees for about 45 to 50 minutes. Just do it until it's soft. Now I'm going to take just 1 garlic clove and peel it. This is going to go into the food processor later. I'm also juicing 1 whole lemon. Rolling it really softens up the pulp inside. Piercing your lemon with a fork really helps get a lot of the juice out of there. I love to do this with lemons and limes. Make sure to separate the seeds. Stir up your sesame paste before you use it. It can be very separated, much like peanut butter, and put that aside. We're going to be using ground cumin and ground paprika, but I switched over to a smoked paprika later. Here's our beautifully roasted eggplant. You can see when I take a fork and pull it aside that it's ready. It's just soft as anything. Now you can scoop it out of its shell. You don't want to use the skin, just get all of that flesh. And you're going to want to put it in a bowl and cool it down before it goes into the food processor. You would do the same if you grilled your eggplant. Now you're going to mince your garlic clove in your food processor really fine, and then you're going to add the eggplant into the food processor. You're going to want to really puree this really well and get all of the lumps out. You can now add your tahini. Stir it up 1 more time and measure out 1/4 cup. Just pop that in there, and then all of the rest of the ingredients are going in. You're going to put your lemon juice, your spices, and your salt in there. Add your ground cumin, and now I've used some smoked paprika instead of regular paprika. It gives it a beautiful smoky flavor. That's very traditional with Baba GANOUSH. And don't forget about 1 teaspoon of kosher or sea salt. Just puree everything until it's really smooth and creamy looking, and give it a taste. You may need a little bit more salt. You might want to touch more cumin or a little bit more paprika. Now it's time to plate your baba ganoush. I always like to put this in a very shallow bowl, or I like to put this on a large dinner plate. You are going to want to drizzle this with some olive oil and a little bit of paprika, so you kind of want to have it low and flat. I'm creating some grooves in there, as you can see, some swirls, and that purpose is to get the olive oil in those grooves. It just tastes fabulous. And make sure you use the best olive oil that you can. Sprinkle with just a little bit of your paprika, it doesn't matter which one you used, and this is also really great with some chopped flat leaf parsley on top, or pomegranate seeds or pine nuts. Cutting up some pita bread is the best bet for this kind of a dip. You could also cut up some really nice vegetables. Both of them work great. Or you could serve it with pita chips, or cherry tomatoes and cut up cucumbers.
The baba ganoush is finished and I can't wait to try it. You should smell this. You wouldn't think that it had such an aroma, but it really does with that smoked paprika and the extra virgin olive oil and that roasted eggplant. It's time to eat. I think this is even better than what you could get at the grocery store. You get that little bit of lemon and that fresh garlic in there, and just the freshness of your own roasted eggplant. Hope to see you again soon, and look out for my next video.